right, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go. Here we go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They run with Breida. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go. 21.
It's Coleman here, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away, and the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Hey, 95-56.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. fielded at the 20. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Check three.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Oh, I think the Niners got it back. Yes, San Fran recovers. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
Here we go.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Ready? Y'all waiting? Check, 47. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Looking to throw again on second down. Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a second and 13. They run it again with Kamara. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from second and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Flush to his right. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Here we go. 47's the mic. 47.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
He's checking.
21.
Check 31.
Hey, go.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. On first down, Breeze gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped, but fortunately the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for them on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Breida. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this third quarter. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try to finish off a game.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 52 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. From just shy of midfield, Breeze. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Traquan Smith, 48 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the one. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll toss it to Breida. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now Garoppolo. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Breida. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And they get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
11.
They run again with Breida. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They run forward with Breida. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Breeze now on 1st down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Say gun.
Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. Taking a shot for Samuel. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Switch.
Now a toss play. It's Breeden. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Now whistles and a timeout call here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. So the victory here for San Francisco, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done, really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who